get a little down in the dumps because we're gonna talk about some issues with the collection that we've seen.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk. Let's just get out of the way. Get the big one out of the way.
We gotta get this out of the way now.
Curse that goddamn filter because it seems to be AI upscaling the mugshots too. What is going on, Capcom?
You know, now my mind, now my mind is shifting to that one guy in the stream chat, like during the reaction, who was talking about the AI filter and how it wasn't actually that bad. Well, sorry to break it down to you, fella. It's now freaking bad, like really, really bad. Like, how do you mess up a mugshot that badly?
It's the gray Krabby Patty that was shown to Plankton. Oh, it can't be that bad. Oh my goodness! Squidward! it was really bad. So I'm not super pro AI. I understand that it can be a helpful tool in some ways. Yeah, but the thing is, the biggest problem with AI usage is that most people just see it as the end of basically they do it and that's it. They don't build upon it. They don't enhance it in their own way. They just kind of leave it like that. And that's what it seems like they did for here. My guess, I'm praying that this was the thing. It's like, hey, we didn't have time. AI is quick. We gotta do it.
That's pretty much.
We gotta show something.
I'm also praying that's the case.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been thinking. It's like, okay, if you're going to use AI on something like this, I understand, but, check the work, make it corrections as needed. Don't just take it as, as is.
Yeah.
And also, I don't understand the need for the AI in the first place because they have original art.
They do.
Shut up. No, we don't.
It's right there in the official complete works.
It's right there, man.
Right. You can just upscale that, if anything.
Oh,
It is really upsetting to see them try to take a shortcut and using I don't know if it's generative AI, but it's definitely something.
It's not generative. It's just taking one state and trying to upscale. Yeah, it's just upscaler.
Right, upscaling.
Have you ever seen like the X4 and Mega Man 8 AI upscaled intros? It's kind of like that.
Like this has been around since like 2015, but just it's never been this bad.
Yeah,
It does not.
This is on levels of Will Smith eating spaghetti. It's pretty bad.
It does not look good, and especially that one NPC whose eye just like completely gives up
generic young woman,
terrible.
I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're like a minor NPC, but it just looks terrible, and it is going to give an awful first impression for people who are just getting into these games. What I'm hoping for is that they reverse course and just do not use this, because they already, as you said, they already have high quality mugshots for these characters.
I kind of forgot they had.
This is just the filter, and you can turn it off. And ideally, they would go back and actually do it themselves, because it looks like garbage.
As a pixel artist for the past 13 years, this wounds me near gravely. This I am so shocking pissed that they went this direction. Pixel art is already a dying art form. Pixel art is already a dying art form. Why you gotta kill it further?
I'm also not surprised. This just feels like the new standard for how companies do stuff. Even with so many people disapproving it, companies just feel like they need to use this stuff.
Saves money.
And this is just what they had to show at TGS. Okay, that's one thing, but this should be the first draft. Then they should work from it.
That's why I'm hopeful that this is not representative of the final product, because it is, as I said earlier, minimum 2 months, maximum a year plus. They absolutely have time to go back and fix this. That's why I'm not dooming over this yet, but they really need to go back and fix this because it does not look good, and it is not going to sit well with newer players, and it is not going to provide good word of mouth for this franchise.
Yeah, it's not sitting with me now, and I've been keeping an eye on this franchise for the past decade and a half.
Let me put it this way, right? Because
joke about it, though.
When this collection was announced, there was like so many people super hyped about it. It's like, I'm buying this day one, let's go. And then this AI stuff comes up, and now I start seeing things like, oh, well, maybe I don't want to support this now. So yeah, that's something they need to address.
Yeah,
those
they need
kinds
to
of
figure
people.
that. Or at least
At the very least,
gonna
let us
figure it out.
pixel art. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, at the very least, let us select the pixel art, if because I don't think we ever got confirmation if that would be an option for the portraits, did we?
Yes, we're waiting on confirmation if turning off the filter would give us back the pixel art at least. The only problem is the filter was on by default during the demo, and there seemed to be no way to turn it off. So,
God,
there better be.
there is in the
so
final
bad.
game. But yeah, not in the demo.
My name is Spriter-chan. Like, God.
I thought your name was Lucy.
I thought you were Lucina.
I mean,
No, but I understand. That's a valid crash out, because like it ain't nothing better than to go outside on the internet. Well, go outside on the internet. What a poor choice of words. And just look at people abusing AI to the point they lose all critical thinking, all sorts of creativity, and to the point where you see it even ruining your favorite forms of media. So for the sake of my mental well-being, I'm just going to assume this is just like a side effect of things being early in development and hope for something different in 2026.
I'm hoping that worst case scenario, you can just turn it off. However, I have my doubts about that now because of a tweet that Midnight W put out. So basically, he said there's something we haven't touched on yet, and that is in the collection, there's like a frame or two where there's actually a loading icon where the mugshot should be before it finally appears. I don't know why there's a loading icon at all. It's only for a couple frames.
It didn't need to be there.
That's so unnecessary. Whoa. But basically, Midnight's theory was that because there's a loading icon there, it might suggest that the mugshots are native assets that cannot be turned off. And if that's the case, oh no.
That's really bad if that's the case. You're going to see that well, and I'm praying that is not true.
You're gonna see the analog horror young lady, and you're gonna like it.
I'm gonna import my own mugshots. I don't care. I'm gonna import my own mugshots. I don't care. I gotta
the thing is, like, I do not like. I've never liked the filter ever since its inception. I hated the filter. I always kept it off. It was like, yeah, this just looks like garbage. So if they're forcing it. Of all games to force it, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna lose it. I'm losing my mind.
Apparently it's a real East versus West thing. Apparently they like the filters. That's why we see them and everything, despite everybody going like.
And also, there's the crowd that hates pixels of all their being.
But what frustrates me is even with the previous filters in the other games, they did not use AI upscaling. They just looked bad. Like, at least it was done by a human to an extent.
Like, I'm just saying, if you're gonna use like a filter to make these look better because you hate sprites, fine, make it good. And if not, don't even bother.
Like, again, the whole thing about my alias, Spriter-chan. Like, I absolutely adore pixel art. It's just, oh God, it's such an undervalued art style now. Everybody wants freaking 3D models, like, and I understand the desire for 2D hand-drawn stuff, stuff like Hollow Knight and Cuphead. Those are all beautiful, but people seem to forget pixel art is where it all started.
No, it's true.
See,
people who hate pixels when they look into a screen that has like 1,000 of them.
That's true.
These filters, it's so disrespectful to the work that people put in it.
Yeah.
My only thing is just make it good. If you can't make it good, then keep it original, because clearly you're not up to par to making a good filter.
Yeah. To go back to the. Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say that I'd rather take up a linear filter over than the smoothing thing they always put in.
Yeah, I think like past collections, it's been more like a conventional filter, like what you would see on an emulator to just kind of smooth things out. But this time, it's more transformative for sure. There's something weird going on there.
Yeah.
The native aspect thing, like you said, again, use the originals. Then don't.
I know, right? Take those drawings that you got somewhere in your archives. Make those the native assets.
Exactly.
I just want to say, thank God that the classic collections happened so early. Because imagine them trying to put this stupid filter over the 8-bit games.
Oh God!
God no.
It'd be bad. Oh yeah.
I don't think the 3DS could have handled that.
Looks like the MS-DOS Mega Man.
Mighty Number 9.
My favorite game. So good.
To go back to the culture shock thing mentioned before, I remember I made like a comparison between the original drawing, the pixel, and then the collection. And I actually had a Japanese user quote tweet me, and he said something along the lines of like, "Oh, apparently people overseas are mad about this."
No, it's so night and day. It's I find it fascinating because it's like, you guys are mad over that stupid stuff. Whatever, man, who cares? But then when they're mad at something like that they deem very important, we're like, oh, who cares, man? That's stupid. Yeah. It's so funny, the back and forth.
Yep.
To me, it's like, give me the option. Like, if you give me the option, fine, make it as awful as you want it to be. At least I can go back to sprites.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, we need to have the option to turn that god awful thing off.
At the end of the day, it's just, they need to improve this for sure. It's not a good look, and we don't say this to necessarily, dig a grave for Capcom. No, we're speaking out because we want this to be a quality product. We want this to sell well and maybe even lead to a Star Wars 4, a best case scenario. That's what we want. So.
Can we talk about the dabbing fire?
Oh god, the freaking misaligned fire.
I love the dabbing fire. It looks so great.
I mean, it looks weird, but that is the exact type of thing that they almost certainly will fix between now and the game's release. Like that is something that is just.
Let me see if I can find it.
Almost certainly.
It seems like at this point in development, all the 2D assets for the battles just need to be adjusted still.
Yeah, so this is something I'll give credit to Midnight W4 for making a thread about this, but there's quite a few graphical issues in battle, mainly having to do with the fire effects, but there's also like the King Grandeur card where we see a lot of lighting effects just completely wrong, models like underneath Geo's leg where it shouldn't be, and then there's the bull riding minigame where instead of being a smooth transition from tile to tile, it's just really janky, just kind of like so yeah, it's weird.
Hey, what's this dabbing fire thing?
Go look at Taurus Fire. It's like the comparison between the two. It's so funny. It's the way it's tilted. I'll post a thread here. The way it's tilted, it looks like it's dabbing, and it looks so funny.
Yeah,
look at his arms.
Not rendered properly.
It's because it's like tilted, so the fire doesn't align very much.
The 2D assets basically should be, facing the camera at all times, but in the collection they're not angled right.
And you can even see the black squares around them sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like black lines. There's There's and there's when you paralyze somebody, there's like pixels showing up off the screen.
Yeah, the pixels.
What? I was like, what is going on, man?
It was also so far away from the actual effect. It's so weird.
Yeah,
It was like
it's
out
like
of
on the
screen.
background, dude.
The game is struggling to exist when you use that attack. It's weird.
What this tells me is like, I think they really are going for a source port this time around, or like BNLC was kind of like a hybrid between emulation and source port, but Star Force might be like completely source port. But there's clearly a lot of issues they need to work out still with the porting process. It just tells me that this is an early work in progress kind of product. Like, you know,
Looks super early.
I think, especially these graphical issues, I think it will get better as time goes on. But the AI one, oof.
Yeah, all of this is absolutely fixable before release. Again, minimum 2 months, maximum a year. They can fix this, but they need to do it.
I'm going to say even the AI stuff could be fixed. It just needs somebody to actually go in and fix it. But again, that's like, not the most desirable outcome, but it's a possible one.
I think it would take more work to fix the AI than it would have just used their own native assets.
Oh, absolutely, but they're already down this road.
Native assets for sure. That's a way better idea, and it will just look better.
See, this is where I'm worried, because they're saying this game is coming out in 2026. Is that enough time to really fine-tune all of this stuff?
I think so.
I mean, definitely, yeah.
I mean,
especially if it's like a year, definitely.
Yeah, but if it's still a year out,
December.
you would hope so.
And let's not forget, when it comes to these, playable demos and presentations, these builds that they're showing us are like months earlier than what they're working on right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a very good
That's
point.
true.
There's that too, yeah.
This could even be like, they could even have more time technically, because the time that's progressed since when the build was gotten prepared for a show versus now could be 3-4 months. So it could actually be a year and a half, honestly, in actuality, or more.
Yeah.
I also agree.
Yeah.
It's also like depending on like if they gave like a time, like a time frame for 2026, I would have worried, but they didn't. So it's like, for all I know, this could be like a summer release or even like a next winter or fall release. We don't know. So,
I mean, not to bring up like a completely unrelated franchise, but I have to imagine this is why Nintendo took so long to announce Metroid Prime 4's release date before we knew that, just because they didn't know if the game was going to be done yet until like the very last minute, and that could be what's happening here. And if so, that's fine. I'd rather them take their time.
I wouldn't mind a 2027 release, to be honest.
Yeah.
it's like I said, I'd rather wait for them like to iron thing out. I'd rather have a long wait for a good product than like a rushed terrible product.
I want it when it's done, not when it's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on it as well. Like, you know, I'm gonna point it out because I'm supposed to cover this stuff. That's my job, but I'm not gonna like be like, oh, this is gonna be the worst collection ever. Like, you know, that's gonna wait for the final review and the final product comes out. That's when I'll be like, okay, why haven't they fixed this yet?
Being critical is critical, like critical to this collection's success, but it's dooming over it is simply unhelpful because this is not the final product.
Yeah, at least this we're being like, you know, we're giving them critique. We're saying like what's wrong with it. We're not just saying, oh, it's bad. We're saying why it's bad.
I want
or like what's wrong with it specifically
to sabotage Star Force's second coming.
Willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on the issues here, but at the same time, calling it as I see it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the way I see it is like right now, what's being shown to us is definitely not an indicator of the current progress. So, gotta take everything with a grain of salt and, you know, just chill out as we see how things play out.
Well, looking at the bigger,
what I see is
go ahead.
What I see is also a lot of dead space in the English text boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another issue. Yeah, because
Oh, that sounds like a segue.
it's just like another graphical issue. Well, maybe not an issue. It's just like
It's more so just an issue with Star Force 1's script.
yeah, just a consequence
Yeah.
of the fact that the text spacing in the original Star Force 1 was so huge that they could only fit like 2 lines of text on screen at any time. But now that they fixed the font in the collection, you're still only getting those 2 lines of dialogue, so now there's just a ton of dead space there.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense at all.
I would rather just it go back because it's so jarring.
Yeah.
Something in the code, like, just calling up, like, certain amount of text at a time or specific text at a given moment.
Yeah, I was like,
It's all the extra scrolling that's what I'm worried about.
yeah, it's like there's an opportunity there for them to go back in and optimize the text spacing to where you could fit more text in a single text box at a time. The question is if they would even care to do that.
That's the big one.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure changing dialogue in like the Battle Networks was somewhat of a hassle. So I can kind of see it the same way. It's like it's not as easy as just like, oh, put in the text there.
Yeah, it's like
you probably have to do a bunch of extra steps to do that.
yeah, it's good to remember that BNLC used the Japanese ROMs as a base, and then they applied the localizations on top of that. If they're doing a similar thing with Star Force, then it might be harder than, easier said than done to just go back and change the text line spacing like that.
Even so, like, if this is more of a source port than all the other Mega Man Legacy collections, then I don't see how they shouldn't be able to, like, go into these games' codes and make these adjustments, especially with how much budget they may apparently have for this one collection alone.
Figure out how much budget they have. It's like, okay, we're getting all these remixed tracks, but we're also getting, like, the animation thing, like you guys mentioned on menu before. So it's like,
yeah, like there's definitely cuts that we can see. Like,
Fair.
did they have to cut this for the remixes? Well,
yeah,
I don't know, but
so where is the money going?
Where is the money going? Like, I'm gonna look at the bigger picture here. Like, yes, the issues suck, but they're not the end of the world. Like, they can still be fixed over time. And yeah, again, big picture, right? This, all the other things that's happening around this collection is freaking amazing. Like, they're addressing so many things that were issues in the original games. They're making improvements.
Star Force 2.
Like,
The fact that we're getting full sentences in a card description is insane to me.
yeah,
I'm just not used to it.
Yeah, on the
The
topic of
fact that we can
graphical
control random encounters.
Yeah.
Random encounters,
that-
bro.
That is a literal game changer for me, because that is why I did not finish Star Force 2.
Hey, I will quote what Quint said on a post of his. Like, I'm seeing why this is called the perfect collection in Japan. I was feeling the same way until I saw the AI stuff, but I digress. Like, like all the other stuff, like, I can see why they call it a perfect collection, is because it's kind of shaping up to be that way, other than the issues we outlined.
Yeah, no.
The fact that they're adding boosted run speed and the ability to turn the random encounters off is something I genuinely was not expecting. Because, I mean, in Battle Network, it didn't matter as much because Sneak Run existed. I don't remember if there's anything like Sneak Run in Star Force.
There is. It's called Cloaker.
Oh, Cloaker, my bad. Sorry, it's been like 3 or 4 years since I played these games. But yeah, no. Actually, in that case, because Cloaker is in Star Force, I was not expecting at all to get a random encounter toggle. I know that that's become more standard in more modern re-releases of other RPGs, such as the Final Fantasy games, and I think Dragon Quest and Bravely Default also allow you to do that. And
Yeah, Bravely
so
Default
I
had it
was
since
not
day
expecting
one.
that. Yeah, exactly. So I just wasn't expecting that. So to have a literal, not only an encounter toggle like on or off, but like an encounter rate toggle where you can explicitly determine how many enemies you want to encounter at once is crazy. That is some real attention to detail. It is going to. Obviously, it's mostly meant for Star Force 2. I mean, Iguchi even said this, but it's going to make all 3 of the games much more fun.
Can we talk about how they?
Oh my god! It just came to me.
What?
I can turn off encounters. Let's play an entire playthrough where no encounters are on. The only cards available to you are what's on the shop. Oh my god! Or what you can find in the wild.
That would be an amazing
and you can turn money off. Yeah. Oh man,
The
that's a new kind of challenge run for you, isn't it?
Yes.
So,
yes, it's gonna be.
One thing I
Also, the
definitely
boosted run speed is really cool. I was not expecting that. None of the other games even had anything close to that.
Yeah, no more Zenny grinding.
That's as close to
that
like
is so helpful.
that's as close to VBA's fast forward as you're gonna get.
Pretty much.
I just think that freaking Battle Arc 4 could use a freaking encounter toggle as well, considering
No, it's
that
perfect.
Sprite doesn't even
Alone.
work in that game.
Listen,
Actually,
I would
something.
not be surprised if they backport some of this.
You know what, Lucina? Something BN4 needs is a thing that's being introduced into Star Force now, and that is the toggle to always be able to escape from battle, no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you turn off the encounter rate, there's no need to toggle. Run.
BN1 needed it too, but they had to.
BN1 definitely needed that.
They kind of need to create a run button first. Don't mind OSS.
They also need to create a functional game before we can get to those parts, but
Oh boy.
Can I just say, I think it was Shad talking about it earlier. I just love the idea that it's like, okay, this perfect collection is indeed perfect, except for all the imperfections.
Yeah.
yeah, that's generally how that works.
the perfect imperfection.
If they don't fix the issues we talked about, my review title's gonna be like, Star Force is one issue away from perfection, or something along those lines.
Oh my god.
The Star Force, the almost perfect collection.
The almost perfect collection.
Bubsy wins. The end.
Don't you dare put that in my
Also-
future.
Also, autosave is a really cool feature, because I mean, let's be completely honest with ourselves. Every single one of us has forgotten to save in either of the series at one point and lost a ridiculous amount of progress.
That's just that just happens with a lot of RPGs or freaking action platformers with save options. Because I've lost a ton of significant progress across several different Metroid Fusion randomizers because I forgot to save.
I'm gonna call out somebody so bad, but Scoutmaster Demi, when he was playing Battle Network 4.
Oh no!
I gave him $20. I gave him $20 to turn back on Buster Max. He was fighting Thunderman. It's a short in his channel, and he turned it. I got him to turn it on. He was so excited.
He said, "Turn it back on." He said, "Turn it back on." Oh, the hero, my hero academia, the game player. Oh.
But he died, and he didn't save for such a long time.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say that it went back to new game.
Oh no!
Oh, that would have been peak cinema right there.
I do remember it was a significant amount of progress lost, and it's like, oh man. Actually, that playthrough also reminded me. I just completely forgot about this. You don't save very often in your house in that game.
No.
You never go to sleep.
Yeah, you're always up the entire time. Very dedicated. But yeah, like I don't mind the autosave. I think it's fine.
I assume this is going to work because it'll just autosave whenever you are not in a battle or in a place where the game doesn't allow you to save. Because I know some of the games do that.
We don't know how often it will, but yeah.
That was going to be the comment I was going to make on the autosave thing. Is like, how often does it do? Is it like every battle, every 5 minutes? Like, we don't know.
I would
assume Now that I think about it,
if you make an action, it'll save.
I
My
think
guess is gonna be
What,
like
what?
either at the start of every area or after you get like a car or something.
What'd you say, Quinn?
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but does any other Mega Man game have autosave?
I don't think. I think this is the first and only thing that's
Oh.
gonna have a Mega Man autosave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't 11
Well-
have it?
No,
No.
Oh.
you save
No,
manually.
11 does not have it.
Oh. Well.
So yeah, that's two firsts. The first Mega Man game on PS5 and the first one with autosave.
Well,
The Zero ZX Legacy Collection kind of had something akin to autosave through the save state machines.
That's true.
I guess
What?
on that note, Legacy Collection 2 had it too. The classic.
yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to talk about. Is I would feel like autosave is great, but I would also feel comfortable if I could make my own saves as well.
You can.
And
That's how it's going to work. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
you're
have
not-
a dedicated slot for autosave, but then your manual save is still there.
Yeah, because they also
so you're
confirm
not-
you have multiple save files.
Because unlike Legacy Collection 1 for the classic games, Legacy Collection 2 uses autosaves. I think you can do manual as well. But the problem is, last week we finished off Mega Man 8. Prior to that, we'd finished up, it was like on, we were doing it on stream. And we finished the Green Devil in the Wily levels. And had to do it over again on the following stream because for whatever reason it did not save because it does the auto saves.
no.
So
That's
Oh,
annoying.
dang it.
Oh, true. Yeah.
it was annoying more than anything, but still just the fact that okay, I thought this would have saved because we let it go into the next level and why did it not save? That is the big question. So that would be my concern here. Incidentally, one thing that did disappoint me with Battle Network Legacy Collection and the saving is I don't remember if Star Force had this problem. I just remember that when you get to the last boss in each one, they have that final place where you can save, and then you've got this whole stretch you have to go through, and if you die, the loading is much better on the collection, but on the original games, you'd have to wait for the game to start up and reload your game and do everything over again, and the slow transitions between cutscenes, and just it became a real slog if you weren't good at it. I'm adequate up until the last boss, but
Star Force still has that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
throughout the whole series.
I feel like Star Force 3 though, especially Star Force 3, when you go to the final boss encounter, it just starts right away. You don't have to wait.
Yeah.
oh, that's good at least.
That's why I mentioned areas where you couldn't save because of that exact.
Actually, Star
mechanic.
Force 2 has an even harsher thing. I won't spoil it, but if you
Oh,
know,
of course
you
it
know.
does.
Yeah.
Worst of it, at least for
Yeah.
1 and 3, once you hit start, once you reach that cutscene, it's right to the final boss.
Yeah.
On another note, multiple save files, very, very cool. Because I that's one thing that always annoyed me about the Battle Network games, is that you only had one save file. I mean, it's less of an issue on modern consoles because you can just create a new profile on the system itself. But that's still a really irritating workaround to have to do. So the fact that the game is giving you multiple save files this time is fantastic. In case you want to play the game again and you don't want to erase all your progress.
Funny thing
Pokemon,
is,
eat your heart out.
it's not exactly new to Star Force because Star Force 3 gave you 2.
That's
So
true.
they basically acted as 2 separate profiles.
But this time there's even more, if I'm not mistaken. There's 3 or 4?
Yeah.
I don't know if we. I mean,
But the reason I bring the distinction for Star Force 3 is because since they act like 2 separate profiles, you can form brother bands with both those save files.
that's true.
Okay, I've heard of being your own grandpa, but being your own brother?
Yeah.
The only screenshot I've seen so far is there's a new save screen when you hit continue, and it shows one save in the demo, and it says a manual save. So you probably have an autosave slot as well, but I didn't see any other slots other than that. But it might be just a demo thing.
Yep. Nice. Someone said that there were multiple save files. But if I'm
That's
wrong,
an
I'm wrong.
assumption, but I personally haven't seen a screenshot that shows multiple.
Ah, okay. Also, the full recovery after battle thing is pretty neat. I mean, that's from Battle Network 1, really, but and it's definitely going to make the game perhaps a little too easy at points, but I've noticed a trend in general in gaming recently where a lot of games that are a little more difficult have been adding easier modes so that more people can get into them, and I think that that's generally a good thing because it broadens your audience. And I think that
to me,
case,
it's like
that'll be useful.
Unless you're Devil May Cry.
Don't worry about it. Okay, good. No, yeah, I'm always like, I mean, I would personally not use them unless like I'm trying to rush to someplace, but yeah, I don't mind things that make it more easier for others to make it more approachable.
Yeah,
because I do know Star Force, because it even hit me too. It kind of had like a wall that you had to get over, and if you couldn't get over the wall, you're not gonna like the games.
Yeah, Star Force 2. By the way, can we talk about how Capcom themselves called out the encounter rate in Star Force 2? That's really funny.
Oh, they know. Yeah, they
absolutely know.
Of course they know. They made it.
But I remember when TGP and I recorded our Let's Play for Star Force 2, there was like a few videos where we were like, okay, hi, I'm ShadowRock, hi, I'm TGP, and we're gonna, and then a battle initiates. It's like, god dang it, encounter rate.
Immediately.
I still think back to that
Star Wars 2 moment.
I still think back to the Battle Network 2 LP where like the two of y'all are going around looking for Base Deluxe, and then he suddenly shows up in TGP hollers.
Oh, that was such an amazing clip, dude.
Actually, you just reminded me. This to me is like one of the most greatest things they're ever gonna do. The sprites are on the overworld now. You can see where the V2s and V3s are gonna be.
That's right. That's actually one of the toggles you can do now. Is you can make EX bosses display their the position on the screen, no matter which game you're playing.
That's another thing I wish they would backport to Battle Network. That would be very useful.
Especially if you're playing Battle Network 1.
Especially if you're playing Battle Network 2. Oh my god, it's like, I think Nightman's is evil, because it's like, he's like the entire line in that one area, and you can't like pass that.
If you want to talk about evil, like, he's the first boss, so it's kind of funny, but, you know, Spade Magnus in Star Force 3 is blocking a green mystery wave.
That's oh, actually, does it Quickman 2 in Battle Network 2?
Yeah, he does. He blocks out there a blue or purple one, or he's next to one.
Yeah, he blocks one of those two. So it's like you want to grab it. It's like, no.
Like, that's the type of move I like just for being mean, but by the same token, that's perhaps a little too much, especially if you're already low on health.
Just don't die.
That's true, but I'm saying, like, in general, that's the type of move that is funny when you look at it in hindsight, but in the moment, I can see people being very annoyed about that.
Low health, you say? Not a problem anymore, because now you can turn on full recovery after battle. So now you can make it like BN1, essentially.
I am so hopeful I'll be able to finish Star Force 2 this time. Because before, like, you know, I was playing it as a portable game, because, you know, portable handheld, what a concept. But it's like whenever I would like have the opportunity to play the game, and I forget what part I was at, but I was trying to find my way around on the wave roads or whatever, and I kept getting bombarded by random attacks, and by the time random encounters rather, and by the time I would finally, you know, finish, and I tried to figure out where, like, you know, I was going before, I'd be hit with another one, and it just. Eventually, I just like got tired of trying to fight against the current, and it's just like, okay, you know what? Screw this.
Well, at the very least, you can, thanks to the collection, you can also just look around and see where you need to go without needing to move with a free camera.
That'll probably help too. There's so many options here. I'm hopeful that something makes the difference.
Yeah, I guess that's a good segue into the free camera. So it's kind of like liberation missions from BN5 or the Judge Street comp in BN6, but yeah, you can press in the right stick and then spin the camera around all across the map however you like and take a look. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's not quite a map, but you know what's good enough?
Yeah, it should help you navigate a little bit.
Star Force 1 Final Dungeon.
Yeah, like it's gonna be real useful as a whole, because Star Force has a lot of find of things on the map throughout all the dungeons.
Yeah, that's true. And what I like about the free camera too is it actually pauses the action, because like there's a couple dungeons in Star Force where there's like things constantly antagonizing you, like I don't know, like meteors or ghosts or something.
Yeah, the stars on the Cygnus Wing dungeon.
Yep. So now, you know, you turn on free camera, now you can like take a look at the map without anything bothering you, which is nice.
All right, did you say that was in 2?
1, 2, and 3 has elements like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 2 is a real product of hate, wasn't it?
People did not like 2. They got filtered, unlike me. I'm superior, and it's the greatest one of all time.
I agree with you.
You can have it.
Actually, maybe this is just me, right? But the first time I saw that free camera, I didn't even think about like, oh, how useful would it be if it was like you can see like the entire map and whatnot. You know what I thought of?
Oh, wait, go ahead.
Remember those old videos of people making like content of like, oh, this is a story that I made up by putting characters on like certain stuff. I mean, I just make a whole show and story.
Oh yeah, like
something that kind of like rose from the shadows, you know. I feel like I'm so sorry I have to do it, but I feel like with the free camera, people can just make their own stuff now if they really wanted to. It's a very niche thing, but it's like, and that was like the first thing I thought. I was like, wow, we can just create our own stuff now.
Yeah, I guess modders can make their own miniseries now once they figure out how to manipulate.
Shooting Star Rise of the
I don't even think you have to mod it. You can just do it. You can just take the area and just put your own stuff via editing,
like impose like a green
Vegas or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I get you.
Like, oh yeah, I feel like the possibilities are endless. So you're welcome, internet. You're welcome for that.
I guess the only thing is
free money.
I don't know there's a toggle for it, but you need a way to turn off the UI. So I think when you're using free camera, there's like arrows on screen. So you need a way to hide that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a way to turn it off, but because I know some other games kind of have a similar function like that, and they do let you toggle it off.
Okay.
But I don't know.
But yeah, I could definitely see them doing like mini series if there's a way to turn off that UI element.
Yeah. But no, like the fact that you can just see the whole game, or at least the whole map in that area, just why isn't it in the previous games? I know some areas let you do that, but the whole game is crazy.
I guess it would be kind of cheating on certain dungeons that like, there's like puzzles built into the background of the stage that you're on.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a source thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Imagine liberation missions without that.
I know, right?
Oh god, that would be so bad.
Man, I loved the liberation missions. I wish those came back. I wish those replaced the random encounters. I just love those.
I was hoping they come back for BN6, but then they didn't. I was kind of sad.
I just want a game where the like liberation missions are like a chief mechanic.
You got like a diet version of liberation missions in 6 with the evil spirits, but there were no fights.
It's not the same, but you're right.
Shoot them, yeah.
Do I tell them that I never used a free cam version in liberation missions comment section?
You poor son.
I didn't know that it existed until the collection came out.
Well, see, you don't use it because you had the whole maps memorized.
True.
Sure,
I don't remember if I used it or
that.
not.
Makes me look better.
And I guess you can use Jarman or Shadowman to do the scouting too.
True.
Provided
I don't remember if I used it or not.
But yeah, that'll be nifty.
Frankly, you're probably gonna get the most mileage out of it in 2 just because of how different the wave road is in that game.
Yep. I actually like the way they did it in 2, or like, you know, you're on the ground for most of it, but then there's like ramps that take you up to the top paths. I thought that was neat.
It's neat, but sometimes confusing. Just trying to figure out, okay, which spot leads to that one up there. I want that mystery way.
Yeah, I do get that sometimes as well.
Yeah, aesthetically it was awesome, but at the cost of convenience.
Just trying to get up the freaking slopes is like, okay, which spot gets me to the wave road I need to?
It's gonna make everything more convenient.
Almost like, which path in this Battle.Network 1 internet takes me to the undernet?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to Steam forums when I did Battle.Network 1 when the collection came out for that. Godspeed to the hero who actually like uploaded all that.
I went to Dr. Cossack's labs and just looked at all those maps.
Yeah, that's such a good page. I used it all the time when I was making my guide for BN1.
Hey, that continues the theme of Star Wars collection, just taking things that you'd have to research yourself and just putting it in the game for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today, but don't go away. Stay tuned for the final part of this discussion as we go over the Star Force 1 changes that were observed in the demo and wrap it all up with our hopes and dreams. Guys, just want to thank you all so much for watching, and let's go down the list. TGP, where can we find you at?
You can find me on twitch.tv/ThyGameplay, where I play games and all this stuff. And I will 100% be playing Star Wars Legacy Collection, so you can catch me with that when it comes out.
Awesome. 112, where can we find you at?
You can find me on the R Mega Man subreddit and Discord. That is reddit.com/r/Megaman or discord.gg/Megaman. I am one of several moderators in the community.
LBD Nytetrayn, where can we find you at?
Well, you can find some of my writings and other odds and ends at themmnetwork.com, the Mega Man Network, and also at the MM Network on Twitter and Sky for more Mega Man fun, and the Mega Man Network, one word, on YouTube. Otherwise, you're going to get just a bunch of Battle Network results instead. If you want to see the, some of the old stuff I've got there and the streams I've been doing with my wife as of late with Mega Man games.
Nice. And Lucina, where can we find you at?
Well, you can find me on the Mega Man Zero Resurrection public test server. You could also see me on the ShadowRockZX server. Though if you want to reach out to me personally, I do have a Blue Sky. That is at princesslucina.bsky.social. My commissions are always open, so feel free to hit me up.
And Quint, where can we find you at?
Well, you can find me right here. You can also find me on YouTube if you look up Mega Man Star Force right now. Hey, look at that. One of the first results right there. I bet you've probably already seen this because you have been looking at Star Force stuff ever since the collection got announced. But yeah, I do Mega Man stuff. Plenty of it. Commentary lists, walkthroughs, and all that stuff. Go check it out if you need help or anything. I'm sure it'll help you out.
Sure will. And Burn Crow, where can we find you at?
You can find me on both Twitch and YouTube, and in social media, I'm mostly active on Blue Sky and Twitter.
Yeah, I know you've been making some Star Force content yourself, like the localization. Or, oh, sorry.
I did a short video on the cut content of Mega Man Star Force.
That's right.
I've gotten some good feedback on that, so I'll be following up soon with something. I don't know what yet.
That was a good video.
Thank you.
And then, Roar, where can we find you at?
Oh, you can find me in a lot of places. You can find me in the ShadowRockZX Discord. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, all on Aurora Deity. I do a lot of mostly Mega Man content, a little bit of Sonic, but mostly Mega Man. And I'm slowly working through 8-Bit Deathmatch campaign, and I'm starting the Star Force grind really soon. So look forward to that.
Heck yeah. And then, finally, Neo, where can we find you at?
Well, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Neo Eclair, just like me. And I make a fool out of myself by playing games and doing exercise in camera. And yeah, whenever I got free time, I post once in a blue moon about stuff that I like, mostly Mega Man. But most of all, you can find me in the ShadowRockZX YouTube channel, where I put most of my effort.
And we appreciate you for that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to ShadowRockZX for all things Mega Man, including the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, especially the rest of this massive 4-parter discussion. Until then, rock on and have yourselves a wonderful time zone.